Hello folks, this is Aditya Najha from InspiredToRise.com, and today we have the Vivo V3 Max smartphone here with us for a detailed review and unboxing of the same. So guys, without wasting much time, let's begin. So guys, let's first start with the unboxing of the V3 Max smartphone. It comes in a white packaging as is shown over here. This is the box for the V3 Max smartphone, Vivo Hi-Fi and Smart. Box looks neat, packaging looks neat, and the color is gold for this model, and everything else written about it. The FDD LTE band supported by it. FDD is frequency division and TDD is time division for those people who don't know, and that's something related to science. These are the things that are really interesting to know. And this is the smartphone. You get the smartphone with a nice covering, silicone type of covering, and transparent covering on the back. Looks nice and feels really nice in hand also. And this is the warranty card for the smartphone and quick start guide, Vivo V3 Max quick start guide and warranty card on the back of that. And let's just open this up to see what else do you get. You get a SIM tray slot opener with the smartphone, good enough, looks decent. And apart from this, you get the big adapter for the charger, USB adapter, and you get a OTG cable also on the inside, and you get the USB OTG cable, and you get a micro USB to USB cable and earbud style earphones. These are not quite to our liking, but still these guys have provided earphones, and that's a good enough thing in itself, because most of the manufacturers these days don't even provide earphones. So that's really great on their part that they provided earphones in the box itself. And the USB OTG cable is also a nice touch to give in such a smartphone package. And now let's just move on. The specifications for this device: 5.5-inch full HD display, front TouchOS 2.5, Snapdragon 652 octa-core chipset, and as can be seen, 4 GB of RAM on this one and 32 gigs of storage. These are all of the sensors on this device. Quite a lot of sensors on this device, so that's why it was almost mandatory to show that the display has really good saturation and colors and bright viewing angles. And on the right hand side we have the power button and the volume rocker, and on the bottom we have the speaker grill and the micro USB port, and on the back side we have the fingerprint scanner. On the top we have the antenna bands and the 3.5mm jack. On the left hand side we have the SIM tray slot. Overall, the smartphone does look really great, and it features a 13 megapixel back camera and an 8 megapixel front camera. The camera does come up with all of these modes, as can be seen over here: HDR mode, slow motion mode, and a lot of different other modes, motion tracking mode, night mode for different images. Still, images came out pretty good on this one, but videos were not that great, as this camera is not that great in terms of video recording. It comes with face detection, autofocus, and LED flash on the back, so that's also something great about this camera. And let's just show you some of the samples. It does enable beautification, and you get a nice, really nice type of image when you take images after applying beautification, but it does tend to take out some of the details from your faces. Color saturation on photographs was really good, but in terms of video capabilities it wasn't that great. As you can see, the focus does shift from time to time. The autofocus on this one isn't that great, but still images came out pretty good. So overall, it's a decent camera, 8 out of 10, and 66,409 was the score on the Antutu benchmark for this smartphone, which is a decent score. It's good score, 60.1 frames per second on the Nina Mark 2 benchmark, 1440 single core score, and 2863 multi-core score on the Geekbench 3 benchmark, which is also a good score. And you also get another good score on the Quadrant Standard benchmark. Overall, in terms of performance, this smartphone is nice. It comes with a octa-core chipset, and it also comes with 4 gigs of RAM, so we never found any lag, any issues. The FunTouch OS has some really nice options. As you can see, these are a lot of toggles which you can customize. Just swipe up from the bottom of the smartphone screen to get all of the recent applications, all of the recently used toggles. And one of the good things that I found about the smartphone was the S Capture utility. There is the capture utility, which is a very nice capture utility. It allows you to record your screen, it allows you to have rectangular screenshots, full long page screenshots, and apart from that, theme customization, fonts customization, everything has been thought out pretty good. In terms of having features, this UI is almost this OS, this specific ROM is almost equivalent to MIUI in terms of providing a lot of features. So that's something which I really prefer in this smartphone as compared to many other UI, many other ROMs out there. And fingerprint performance was also decent, which we will show you later. And overall this smartphone was nice, but still at some points we found out lag when we were doing really heavy multitasking. But overall it's an okay smartphone, and when you are doing average to normal multitasking, it's good. It has a search functionality like iOS. When you swipe up from the middle of the screen and you can search almost anything and reach that application. It does support USB OTG as is seen over here, but you have to go to additional settings and enable the USB OTG in order to use it in the first place. So that's something which is something that new users would take some time getting used to. And apart from that, video playback was excellent. We were able to play 4K HD videos with ease on this one, and audio output was also decent but not the best in class. The speaker is on the bottom, the bass is lacking, sometimes it sounds a little bit tinny, but overall the sound was good and gameplay was excellent on this device. We have already done a full gaming review, the link for which is in the description below. You can see that. And when it comes to heating, the smartphone heated up to 41-45 degrees Celsius maximum in a warm temperature environment, and in a cold temperature environment it was heating up to 39 or 36 degrees. So that's something to consider about the smartphone. As can be seen, fingerprint performance, we found out it was good, and every single time the fingerprint sensor worked. And the positioning of the fingerprint sensor is something which is really great, because of the fact that it's very natural to have a fingerprint sensor on the back and not something which uses your thumb on the front. So on the back it's easy to just place your index finger or any other finger and just get started with using the mobile phone. Overall, the smartphone does feel nice. It has a 3000 mAh battery which lasts throughout the day on average usage, but on really heavy usage I found out that I was just able to use it to around 6 p.m. or 5 p.m. in the evening. Overall, this smartphone does feel pretty good. I was able to use this smartphone till extended periods of time when I was just using Wi-Fi and just using it for calls. For maybe 2 days around I was able to use the smartphone, and overall it's a nice smartphone. If you are going to play really heavy games on this one, it is going to get a little bit hot. The camera performance does leave a little to be desired because of the fact that the camera is not that good as promised by Vivo guys. But when you talk about the overall performance and the looks of this device, then it's one of the really sweetest devices out there. For a price of around 23,980, it is one of the best mid-budget devices right now out there. So guys, this was all for this review. In case you like this video, don't forget to hit the thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to our channel. This is Aditya Najha from InspiredToRise.com signing off folks. Stay inspired to rise.